What's up, YouTube family? We are back with another crazy one, and today we are literally going to be breaking down how I was able to get funded in just 2 days. Yeah, and you heard me clearly. We were able to clear our problem, the phase one and phase two, in just 2 days, and we were able to get funded on the second day, right? And I'm literally going to walk you through how I was able to do this and how you can be able to do this too. Again, we always do say capital is never the problem. All you need is just the right skill and the right concept, right? Or the right knowledge, and you'll be able to do this. So if you're new to this particular channel, don't forget to like and subscribe and click on the link in this particular video description to be part of our free Telegram community where we actually do post this particular trade stats for free, right? So I'm literally going to show you how we were able to do this. So far, this is our free Telegram community, and as you can see right here, this is literally the certificate which was sent to us by Marvel, right? And this was literally sent just yesterday, and we actually did have the email which did signal to us that we've actually completed this particular phases, right? So we actually did have a buy from this particular point all the way to this, right? And I'm literally going to break down how you can be able to do this. So far, we literally did not take any crazy flip trades today. We only did focus on clearing up these particular problems, and I'm literally going to show you how you can be able to do this easy peasy. So let's hop onto the charts real quick. And as I did say, if you're new to this particular YouTube channel, don't forget to click on the like and subscribe button. And also don't forget to click on the link in this particular video description to be part of our free Telegram community. So far, this is literally good. We all know for a very short fact, I literally trade good 90% of the time, right? So now the question is how you are able to do this and how you can be able to do this, right? So again, I'm literally going to be introducing you or still to the same concept which I've literally been talking about over and over again and how you can be able to do this, right? This is a concept I've broken down over and I've used this particular concept to do crazy flips. We've been able to do crazy flips in the market. And those in the free Telegram community can see this for a very short fact. Now, how did we actually clean or clear up our particular problem challenge and how was the risk management? What was the steps taken? And every single thing is literally what I'm going to break down. And you can literally implement this right into your own particular concept and see how it works for you. So we started off with gold of the 4 hour time frame, right? So the first trade which we actually did take was practically on gold short right here from this particular level, and I did break this down, right? So giving you an easy breakdown on this, we actually did see price give us a series of high, low, high, and then price give a lower low, lower high, lower low, right? Hence, we actually did expect to see price break all the way to the downside. And also, if you're particularly trying to approach this from a very simplified narrative, right? We can actually see this as a presence of a supply and price. Okay, this is literally a supply zone right here, and then price actually did propel itself all the way to the downside. So we can literally say, all right, for a very short fact, this is just a simple supply and demand, right? But now, in respect to how I trade, as I did say in the previous video, we actually have this to be a support zone, and we actually did see price breaking below this. We actually did see a resistance surprise, and then price came back right here, and then still finding another resistance, which we call this a support and resistance type 2, right, in respect to MNSR. Now, price actually did propel all the way to the downside. Now, the question is, how do we go about this? Now, I've broken down this particular approach and how we are able to do or go about this because we actually did a flip in the community based off an 88 USD to $14,000, right, of this particular setup. So you can literally do well to click on the link or in this particular video description, right, as we actually did post that particular trade breakdown. Now I'm literally going to focus on the risk management parameters, right? So after we were able to scale down to our entries, right, and we did see our entry in place, right? So we actually did refine this all the way straight up to a 5 minutes supply. Okay. Now, after price actually did come all the way into this, we actually did see price give us a higher high, higher low, higher high, and boom, we did see a structural push to the downside. Now, price actually did present a QML right here, as we can see. Hence, we actually did make use of the 5 minutes level. Now, the thing is, when I'm literally trying to pass a problem, right, it all starts with a mindset, and it literally all starts with risking what you're comfortable with losing, right? So if I literally have to get, if I literally have to like get a 10K, right, I most definitely will start by getting a 5K. If I literally have to like get a 100K, I most definitely will start by getting a 50K, right, in two places so that I don't get to like uh be so emotionally attached to this, right? And this is something a whole lot of traders who are looking to like get funded actually miss out on. You can't literally get a 100K account if you aren't comfortable with losing that 100K straight up, right? Now, this is not you trying to over risk, right? This is you trying to like be on the proper and then maintain a very good mindset, right? So if you're literally having yourself doubting and seeing yourself like panic whenever you actually have a loss, it means you're literally not eligible to be at that particular stage, right? So this is literally where I actually did have my entry at this particular point of price right here. Okay. As price did drop down, we actually did see a pullback. I literally did have my entry immediately at this point. So for a phase one, right? I'm always looking to like risk 2%. Okay. I'm always looking to like play a 2% risk. And then I have my stop loss always at 50 pips. And then I always go or scale out on 200 pips, right? So we actually do see price play around, right? Now for a flip, we actually did take our entry off this particular point and this particular point for a re-entry, right? But for the profit setup, right, we actually did take our entry out to this particular area in price and then 50 pips stop loss all above right here. And then we actually did have a 2% risk on this, right? Now, for the phase one, I'm always risking 2%, right? Now, this does not necessarily apply to every single prop challenge, right? As you go higher, let's say 100K, 200K, the risk reduces to like 1% per trade, right? Until you literally have a whole lot of like capital to play with. Now I was able to risk just 2% right here, and the price came out well. I literally did have my TP1 smashed, and then phase one got smashed. And this was literally the same breakdown I sent in right there in the community, where we actually did say, yo, like bro, we smashed a phase one of this particular trade, right? And this is it. Phase one cleared just on one setup, right? We were able to like clear phase one on just one particular setup. You can literally see where the entry was at right here, and then price dropped all the way to the downside, right? So this is it. Now, with price dropping all the way to the downside, we tapped into a 4-hour level. Now, in respect to the approach, I actually did miss out on this particular longs. Now, we actually did see this particular one, how we were able to like capitalize on this. Now, we actually did approach this from a very simple perspective, right? So this is practically a 4-hour QML, right? This is practically a 4-hour QML. We actually have a shoulder, price gives us a head, and then price comes back to present the next shoulder right here. So our goal is always to see price drop below this particular level, right? You actually want to see price come below, right? And also, if you look at this in respect to supply and demand, right, you can see a very clean impulse all the way to the upside. Hence, we decided to make use of this demand zone right here. Okay, so if you decide to like make use of this demand zone right here, you're literally still on the positive or winning side, right? Now, that is not just the case. You actually don't want to like make use of this entire zone because it's going to like warrant your risk reward be so fucking small, right? And then you actually don't want a situation like that. So all I did was scale all the way to the 30 minutes to look out for a refined area on the chart on where I should literally like have my entry getting scaled in, right? Now, this is literally going to bring me all the way to the second stem. Now, as you actually did see price, we actually did see this particular level. Right inside this particular zone, we did see that price has actually like played of this particular level. As you can see right here, this is no longer a fresh level. This is no longer fresh, right? And this right here has already been mitigated by this. So if I'm to map this out, you can see for a very sure fact that price already did play of this particular level. You can see for a very short fact that price already did give a play of this particular level. And we can see that for this price actually did mitigate this with this movement to the downside. But now we actually have a very unique price action in play, which is more like suggesting that, all right, we can literally see price expansion all the way to the upside from a very sustainable zone, right? So this is it. We actually have the same scenario which I explained a few minutes ago. Now, if you're, as I did say again, if you're particularly new to this YouTube channel, don't forget to like and subscribe and click on the link in this particular video description to be part of our free Telegram community. Now, this is literally a push to the upside. This is a resistance, right? Now, the reason I always call this a resistance was because price actually rejected all the way to the downside from this level right here. This is a resistance. Price breaks above it, comes back into this, right? Propelled all the way to the upside, comes back again right into this particular origin, right? So this was literally the basics for us framing a buy setup, right? We actually want to see a level nested inside the 4 hour level, right? And the easiest way to confirm this can literally be the presence of a 1 hour engulfing candle. Okay, so you actually want to bring in engulfing candles to confirm if you're practically going to make use of a 30 minutes level, always bring in a 1 hour to confirm, right? If you're going to make use of a 4 hour level, always bring in the daily, always bring in the 30 minutes to confirm, right? So this is the scenario right here. We actually do see the presence of this hidden engulfing candle, right here. This is a bearish candle. Boom, we actually see 3 consecutive bullish candles, right? Now, that is literally all for this particular refining. Price gave a weak tap into this. So how did we actually capitalize on our entry? So we actually do see the presence of the same pattern over and over again. So we actually do see this particular low, previous shoulder, head, price actually gives a structural break, and boom, price comes back into this. Now, since we are actually trying to like pass the phase two, right? We literally don't need to like risk much. All I did was to play a 1% risk, right? And we did actually scale out for a 5%, a 1:5. Now, this does not necessarily mean that you can just like try to go low risk, right? For other prop accounts or prop challenges, I always do go for a 1.5% risk, right? To actually match up with the 4% 1:4 I always do risk in the market, right? So right here, this was literally where my entry was taken and we scaled out on 5%, right? On 1:5, which is literally 5%. Now, right here in the community, we can actually see that this same trade was taken. We actually did smash this particular phase two. This was literally the entry where we actually did hold it all the way from, right? And boom, we actually did see price go all the way to the upside. We were able to like have a TP smashed at this particular point. And yeah, the first two, the funded phase logins was literally sent immediately, and then yeah, certificate of completion, right? Now, I won't literally forget to mention that while we were literally on this, we actually did smash another prop firm, which was literally in its phase one, right? As we actually did get another one immediately, which is just more like an add-on to like just like capitalize on that center. Now, this is literally all an easy peasy, and all you literally need to do is understand one thing. If you're literally going to get a prop account and you are not okay with the risk at that particular point, it's better to like split it into two and then decide to like break it down by going risky, risky, risky. So you can literally decide to cut your risk to 1.5% to 2%, right? Maximum, and you only limit yourself to just one trade per day. If it goes if it pans out pretty well, you smash it, right? But if it does not pan out, you literally have other trials. You literally have, let's say, 6 trials, if I'm not literally mistaken, or let's say 4 trials, right? And that is how easy it is, right? So that is it, guys. We actually will bring more content your way on how we can literally scale up all the way to 100K, 200K, 300K in just a span of like few months, right? With us being locked in. So this is it, guys. This was how I was able to like clear my profile phrases just in just um 2 days, right? And then I got funded. If I can do this, you literally can do this. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe. And click on the link in this particular video description to be part of our free Telegram community. See you guys at the next slide.